Welcome to this brief overview of version 2 of Gateway from Worsfold software. The splash screen has been replaced, but the entry process is exactly the same as before. The first thing you may notice is a small pop-up screen which will appear when a new version of the package is available for download. The very top line menu for changing years and help has been replaced by 3 buttons along here, and this gives us more screen space. This has enabled us to change the font size, to increase the font size on all of the screens, making things easier to see. Everything else works pretty much the same as it was before, so you'll know your way around. And you'll notice again that the font size is increased. You'll also notice there is not a single Save Changes button anywhere in the program. Everything is saved as you enter it. If I put in an order number, as I click away from the space, that was saved. Courses is the same. Achievements, costs, pathways, notes and loaned items, contacts and medical, missing standards. Under configuration, things are pretty much the same, except there are no Save Changes buttons and the fonts have increased. I should have mentioned pop-ups specifically. There are a couple more now that can be configured via this process. The course definition screen has been improved, and 1 or 2 things have been changed to make things work more smoothly behind the scenes. Under printing facilities, they're all the same. Individual student forms are the same. And while pre-designed forms are the same, now when you click on an item, you get a sample view of the list below. This should make it easier for you to find the list you want. A couple of the lists allow you to put in specifications. For instance, for students out between certain dates, you can put in the dates and include their transport details as before. Similarly, if you go to print lists of employers and their details, you can now go back to previous years and print the employers from those years. And again, you see the samples below. The old TEC return is the same. Document design has been improved. You can now design documents for students and employers. So, for example, if you design a document for an employer, this is a very rough document, simply designed to test the various fields that are available for an employer. When you go to select a data field for employers, you now have a list of the various possibilities which can be included in the document. This enables you, for example, to design a letter to employers, which when you go to document printing, you can select your employer's document, select the various years that you wish to include employers from, load those employers, select your employers, and print a letter to those employers from previous years. User-defined lists has also been improved. You can now design lists for students, placements, courses, employers, and providers. This enables you to design lists of your own which can be used to analyze various situations. The full cost analysis is the same, as is the 3-month student outcome and vocational pathways. Under utilities, the end-of-year process is the same, apart from one detail. When information is removed from a database, as happens when an end-of-year rollover occurs, the actual database doesn't get any smaller. So I've now included a compact and repair facility, which will reduce the size of the database at the beginning of each year back to just its own contents. You can send emails in the way you could before. Backing up a database has been improved. There is now an automatic backup process made to a side directory at the start of every week, and backups are kept here for 3 weeks and then overwritten by the latest ones. Every year I have people ring to say that they've lost the backup of their database, and it would be nice to say, well, there is one, just go to this directory and you'll find one. You can make your own, of course, at any stage. The data export is the same, as is importing standards from NZQA, general notes, updating data, and viewing the audit trail. A new facility enables you to find employers. going back to previous years. So for example, I might wish to go back to those years and look for an employer who is in Gloucester Street and whose name starts with J-O. And we'll start the search, and I've found 2 Johns in Gloucester Street. You can use this as a complex search to find employers from previous years. The TEC placements export and TEC results export are the same as before. The training videos, which are currently being produced, enable you to go and investigate any particular aspect of the package. The average credits display screen is the same as it was before. The 3 top menu items to select years and visit the website and help have been replaced by 3 buttons in the top row. You now select a year by going to this pull down, or the website. You can go to information on how to install an update or details of recent changes, etc. through this item, or you can go to the help screen where you can see the about screen, details of the latest changes, and you can also find out where the package is living in your computer. It will tell you here. It does also tell you this at the top of the screen now. Sometimes it's useful for you to know that. Well, this concludes the brief overview of the new package. I trust you like it. Your IT people will certainly like it, because the old process involved a system of system files which were a real pain. They were very difficult to install. The new version doesn't use system files at all, and you can transfer the package from one computer to another by simply copying the directory across. Your IT people will love that change, and I trust you love the new package.